the New Jersey Devils just had their 13-game win streak snapped last night. Remember, we're recording on Thanksgiving. So I saw the highlights. I saw the disallowed goals. The first and third one, those two should not have been called off. I have seen where goalies have been barreled over and those goals have stood. But the fact that all three, now the second one, don't get me wrong, second one should have been called off. They made the right call on that one. First and third one, though, I mean, Murray gets his skate tapped on the first one, and there is literally nothing preventing him from making that save. Still, goal still gets disallowed, gets called back. And the ref faked the Devils and the Devils fans out big time, which made it even more not right. But you can't make that stuff up. I'm actually kind of glad that happened. Not for Devils fans, just because it's a funny moment in general. And then the third one with the kick. I mean, he literally did not kick it toward the open net. He was literally kicking it in front of the net, but it clearly was not going to go in. Something touched it. I mean, me personally, I would have counted that goal. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the third one, I kind of disagree with, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it is a distinct kicking motion. Now, I agree with you in the fact that maybe intentionally he was not trying to kick it directly into the net. But how are you, as the referees or the situation room in Toronto, going to determine intent? If you are that close to the crease and have an opportunity to maneuver the puck with your skate, I don't think he's trying to do anything else but score. I mean, and I think that's kind of where the situation room came from. But I think there's definitely a fine line that needs to be determined, both with the kicking motion reviews and goalie interference as well. But on the other two, I certainly agree with you. The second one, I think they made the right call, but on the first one, I thought that was a little bit of an iffy decision, in my opinion. And look, yes, the referee did fake them out, right? And I didn't think that helped the fans at the Prudential Center. But let me just get this out of the way. That can't happen at a professional hockey game, okay? It happened in two different stints after the third goal was disallowed and after the game was over, after the Maple Leafs had won. The fans were still throwing debris at the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, it's just unacceptable. And, me and you are from the tri-state area, Shades, and it's not a good look. It's just not a good look on an area that doesn't have a lot of leeway with people around the NHL. People look down upon us, the Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York area, and this is why. And it takes away from our game. And we're here for the love of it. Whether you get three disallowed goals, you get three goals based off reviews. That's just a game of hockey. That's just my opinion. I mean, it was really, really embarrassing for the New Jersey Devils and the state of New Jersey last night, truly. And it's really a shame because they had won 13 games. The franchise is rejuvenated. There's finally fans coming to the Prudential Center again. I mean, they're just really excited. And it was kind of just ruined with one loss, three disallowed goals, and multiple beer cans thrown onto the ice. What do
The
you
thing,
think? I mean, are you with me?
oh no, we're both 100% in agreement on the first one because that's just an abysmal call, an atrocious call. Let's call a spade on that one. Third one, I mean, we're still a little bit of a disagreement because I still remember, oh God, I'm still having PTSD back to the Ottawa series where, yeah, it's just like it gets kicked toward the net and then goes off like pinball 17 things and goes in,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, I'll be honest with you, at the time, like I understood why because it did hit like 15 people before it went into the net. So like you can't get too mad on that. But I don't know. I just have a big thing of like if you're kicking it and it's not going directly in and the other team knocks it in, I in my opinion that should count. That's
And
just
Yeah. And I think that's where, people need to get together and they need to discuss this. And, this is what it is and this is what it isn't. Because all this in between BS, this is why we're having so many problems. And it doesn't happen often. But last night was one of the few occasions where video review and, the inability to make a line between what it is and what it isn't for both goalie interference and kicking the puck into the net, it determined the outcome of that game. And
yes, it did.
unfortunately, it happened to be a very, very big game where the New Jersey Devils were creeping closer and closer until history, the NHL record of 17 wins by the 92-93 Penguins. So, it's just bad timing. And yeah, and it really determined the outcome of that game, because I think if everything was called right, Shades, I wouldn't be surprised if the New Jersey Devils are winners right now. So that's just where we're at.